Hello, nature lovers. Welcome to our first podcast and our first episode. I am Arash, and joining me today is Manish, our environmental activist, who is representing Wild Nomads Forest School today in our this such important discussion. So, how are you doing today, Manish?
I'm feeling very great, and first of all, thank you for inviting me. And I'm ready to have such an important discussion on our nature and sustainable practices.
That sounds fantastic. And first of all, I would like to thank our viewers for joining us today. Whether you are hiking through the hills or just relaxing at your home, we are so happy that you join us today in our conversation. And to start with, I would say that nature plays a very important role in our lives, and education in important is not just about learning in classrooms and focusing on things that are more important or that are more explained inside a room, which are more focused just in the four walls of a room. It is also about building connections with people who we want our children and we want other people to have a connection in the outside world also. And to which I would like to start with Manish, that what do you feel about all these aspects?
As you said, that absolutely that nature is our biggest treasure, and nowadays the schools are mainly focusing on the environment to teach the students how to save our environment and the goals, the sustainable goals,
Right.
and the practices which are having in the school. And today we'll have a discussion on the sustainability goals that are going to they're having in their schools mainly.
That's completely right. So, as a activist, as a representative of this Wild Nomads Forest School, like, how do you think that they play a very vital role in making awareness, building awareness in people? What do they follow, and how do they put an impact on the nature regarding it?
Yeah, what I can say is like what we are following and practicing in our school. Mainly, we don't teach our students in the classrooms. Mainly, we take the students to the outside in the environment and the nature. We explain how the sustainable practices are going, how to save the nature, and mainly the students are from the 9 to 13 years group of age. So we will tell them, because that is the main age for the learning about the nature, and that will be helpful for the students.
Right. That's a very different approach, and that's very great approach to make this learning platform easier for students. I researched about the school, and I saw that you guys are providing students different opportunities to learn about different ecosystems.
Yes, yes, yeah. And also we we are operating like for the based on the students' availability and completely on their studies. We are
Okay.
operating like weekly classes and daily classes and yearly programs as well, because all the students are there. They're not gonna available for the complete year. No? So we design like a weekly and a daily classes for the comfortable and flexible for the students.
Okay, and that is
and in that also we are I forgot to answer your question, that we are introducing like different ecosystem, what's the important, and we will be explaining it in those sections. In the small sections also we are mainly focusing on the different ecosystems.
oh, and that's a very important part for any individual, as it plays a very crucial role for any individual to have the eco-friendly practices in their daily life. So at this time, Manish, could you tell us more about the history of the school?
The forest school was basically founded with the partnership of a Agate private school and Barefoot Bushcraft School.
Oh, I do know about barefoot bushcraft. They also teach archery, right?
Yes, yes, correct, exactly.
That's a very amazing thing, and I've seen that. And so, where does this school operates?
We have in the various parts of Ontario we are operating in the different locations.
That was quite a wonderful and knowledgeable discussion with Manish that we had about the school. And let's see what our college students from Niagara College have to say about their research on Wild Nomads Forest School. However, before we proceed further, I would like to show our viewers one small clip from another representative from the school itself. Let's see what she has to say about the school.
More and more families and kids want their children to have the opportunity to learn from outside and not be in front of screens all the time.
With the nature.
Yes, because wellness and breathing, vision, right? When you're always in front of a screen, you've got myopia.
Yeah.
So you need to be out there doing things health wise. They learn to build shelters. They learn to be safe with fire, how to make fire, how to use fire, to cook, what they can cook, what they can eat, how they can survive, wilderness survival.
Hi guys, Norbert and I have come up with some sustainability goals that Wild Nomads Forest School have come up with. And Norbert, would you like to share some?
Yeah, sure. I went there and I did the research. From my findings, the school, they are practicing about 7 SDG goals.
Oh, wow.
So, among the 7 SDG they are practicing, quality education is one of the most important ones they are practicing. So, from my research, quality education is reducing the gap between the inequality, to build trust and kindness to students in the future.
And some other findings that I found out from the school is not just about the education. They have some activities there that they do that also aligns with the SDG of good health and wellness. And good health is a complete state of the physical, mental, and social well-being, not just merely diseases. And for a child, good health, the foundation of a good health for a child is from being little. Also, what do you think? What are the activities that you think that makes good quality education in the school? What are the activities you practice?
The school places strong emphasis on experimental and environmental natural environment and the outdoor activities.
The other activities which implies for the good health section is the getting muddy activity which they do, and it's getting muddy for a child helps the immune system, builds the immune system, it makes the immune system stronger. Because I know back when I was little, we used to play in the mud, and which used to help our immune system fight bacteria. So too clean, too and neat is not always good for our health and everything. And so it helps the students to connect better. And they have programs like hiking, archery, water programs like fishing that helps the well-being of the student, that helps them mentally connect.
By integrating water-related skill into curriculum, the program aims to provide students with a comprehensive education that includes practical knowledge related to survival and outdoor activities.
So that was quite a good discussion from our students from Niagara College that they had on the sustainable goals that Wild Nomads Forest School is following. And I believe those goals are very much helpful in the growth and betterment of the students, of the future of our children and students itself. And the one thing that I like the most about the school, which I was also discussing with Manish the other time, is that they're following they're not following a selected curriculum. They're following a curriculum that is very much integrated towards the students, that the students go to a forest and they do a lot of different activities, and that is what comes in their curriculum. Speaking of which, I had a discussion with one of the other members of the school itself, who informed us, who gave us a successful story that they had, which is directly related to quality education that they are providing. So as she said that there was a student who came to the college, who came to the school, who started studying there, and he was a very violent student. He was not good in his academic studies, so he was not a part of that school, the previous school, I would say. And when he joined Wild Nomads Forest School, he was not able to cope up with the students of the school. He was very violent towards them. But after looking at how they are working, what they are doing in the school, and the students' kindness and their well-being, their thoughts of helping this student, helped him to bring better in himself and build a better trust for himself, which I believe brings a direct example of quality education, how they are building their students. And at this note, I would like to thank you all for joining us today, and we wish you luck. Thank you so much.